And no run back here, so they'll bring it out to the 25. Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Call it officially a loss of 2 on the first play from scrimmage. Second down.
I think we got to give it up for him right there. That's a heck of an athletic move for a big man right in the middle of the line. How about the play he makes there? Nowhere to run, and he finishes that one off for a loss.
Rodgers' throw is caught here by Anderson. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A gain there of 21 yards. Now Rodgers on the bootleg. He's got a man complete. It's a big play there for Green Bay. And even 50 yards. So first and goal and an opportunity for our first points in this wild card game. Now Jones. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Only a yard on the pickup there. Second and goal. They'll try again with Jones. And he gets him a little bit closer. He takes it from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4. They've gotten it to the 4 on this opening drive, but now they face a third and goal. Rodgers going to throw. And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete.
What an excellent defensive stand there in the red zone. Nice tight coverage. They certainly recognized how important it was to bring up fourth down here.
Rodgers to throw for it on 4th. Touchdown, Packers. Romeo Doubs from 4 yards out. And the Packers will strike first here in this wild card matchup. Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 7-0. So the Packer kickoff team set to go as they will kick this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Stafford and the Lions now have it 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. The drive starts with a carry by Dillon. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. They run once more with Dillon. 9 good yards here on the run, and now 3rd down. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Fields now to throw. He dumps this off to Dillon underneath. And he is going to have a Lions first down as he'll be marked down a yard or 2 past the marker following a gain of 6. Well, that's how you use your safety valve, CD. He didn't appear to be the intended target, but they got it to him, and he was able to get just enough to pick up the first.
And what a great example of where we are right now in the NFL, because if you're a running back, You're not just going to carry it. You got to catch it out of the backfield as well. Those combo guys, they're the ones everyone wants on their team.
Fields on first down. Pro right side taken in by Godwin. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big...
He's got a man, complete. A big play there for Detroit. 45 yards. And that looked almost to be a case of, a quarterback saying, hey, I'm going to throw this as far as I can and hope you run under it. Mission accomplished. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Rashawn Gary able to take him down. It's a loss of 3.
We said it before the game, and I think it's still apparent. If these guys are going to advance in these playoffs, they're going to have to wreak some havoc coming off the edge.
Yeah, wild card round. They told us the wild card could be that defensive pressure. They showed it there. After the sack on first down, Fields eluding the pressure right. And he's brought down. Fields, we know has the good mobility. He flashes it there as he scrambles for the first down.
Sack that first down took him out of a traditional running play and put him in a passing situation, but didn't stop him from running anyway, did it?
No, I was surprised when he took off. I thought, oh, he's got some space. He might pick up 5, 6, 7 yards. He goes all the way and picks up the first. Dillon. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
Again, it'll be Dillon. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. Through a couple of plays, this Green Bay defense is held strong. Now it's 3rd and goal. They'll look to run with Dillon. And this time he is in. It's a 1-yard touchdown run. And the Lions respond to that opening drive touchdown with one of their own. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And he'll very wisely take a knee here as they'll bring this one out to the 25 on the touchback. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. So both of these teams, Charles, coming off touchdowns now, but this offense, they just had to stand on the sideline. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked by Kevin Byard. And the Lions are going to have great field position here as this is returned just shy of midfield. So good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10. Just shy of midfield at the 49. Rolling to his right. He's airing it out for Williams. And that is caught. Touchdown, Detroit. Seeing some pretty good offense here in this first quarter.
It's been a wild start to this quarter, as you noted. And now with that lead that we're seeing, can they retaliate? I get the sense this one's going to go back and forth all game long.
And that probably won't be the last long touchdown that we see in this one. Is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive because remember last time out, they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
So after the penalty, heading in the wrong direction, 2nd and 15. Working from the gun, Rodgers. That is caught. It's the tight end, Tunyon. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A gain there of 21 yards.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
Rodgers' throw is taken in by Jones. But he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Getting it to him in space pays off big time. That winds up going for 31. Now, we know this offense has the potential to strike quickly, and they just bit off 2 huge plays on back-to-back snaps.
So on the other side of the ball, you've got to go Band of Brothers thought process. No one left behind. No pointing fingers, no accusations, because if you don't, those quick strikes we just saw, they become long-lasting. Anytime they think they've got him open beyond the markers, you know they're going to throw it his way, and that's not going to change even after that incompletion was forced.
And he's got it. It's caught for a Packers touchdown. Aaron Jones, 28 yards. And the Packers are an extra point away from evening this one up. Point after, right down the middle. And we are tied at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive.
Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
These two teams all tied after one. A good gain on first has him set up with 2nd and just a couple of inches now from the 29. A play fake, now Fields to throw. Out route, and the ball is caught by Godwin. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. 22 yards there, a first down.
2nd and short, that's a rundown, so it's definitely a good time to go play action if you're feeling it. And they do so and pick up a first down.
On first down, it's Fields. He's airing it out for Williams. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete.
But the first 2 drives yielded touchdowns, so there's no reason for them to feel like they have to pull back on the reins. They pushed it downfield, looking for another one right there. Didn't get it, but we know they're going to continue to be bold.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. On play action, Fields. Coming across the formation and making the catch is Chark. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. His 2nd catch of this wild card game, and it goes for a first down. Now it's Fields. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. Multiple defenders getting to him there for a huge loss.
So this has been a lot like a tennis match, hasn't it? Back and forth. Both these offenses having their way so far. So maybe the question isn't who's going to score the most points in this game. Maybe it's who's going to get some stops.
Yeah, absolutely. And that sack, finally a first step in the right direction for a stop. Got a man that's caught at the 6-yard line. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. 36 yards on the play. They scored touchdowns on drives 1 and 2, and now they're trying to make it a perfect 3 for 3 to start. They'll run here with Dillon. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
Two things to watch. First, his strength and being able to break out that initial contact. But at his size, once you slow his momentum, it's hard for him to get it started again and end up tackling him behind the line of scrimmage.
Two of their 3 red zone trips so far, they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. This is a big play in this wild card matchup, facing 3rd and goal. Ran it last time, now Fields to throw. He's got his man. It's caught for a Lion touchdown. Herb Smith Jr. from 4 yards out, as his guys have now moved out in front. So, Charles, that's 3 touchdowns on 3 drives, and it's just been an offensive barrage so far.
Great word, partner, using barrage right there. I'm going to add another word if you don't mind. How about perfection? No surprise that they're leading right now. Absolute dominance throughout this ball game, and no signs of slowing down.
And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. But right now, we've got a little bit of an offensive masterpiece going on both sides, moving the football, scoring points. It's almost like somebody put the defense on rookie mode in this one. We haven't even left the first half, Charles, and we're certainly on pace for a shootout.
An excellent start for both offenses. The fans have to be enjoying this to seeing all these points go up on the board. As a former defender, you know I'm not enjoying this at all. But right now, both these teams just trading haymakers. Let's see if anyone slips up first. Can anyone counter with a nice little jab and get things going?
And this throw will be intercepted. Picked up by Mike Hughes. And the Lions are going to get the football here at their own 23. Well, look, we're watching a quarterback here that's obviously been around for a long time. That's a throw he wishes he had back.
He certainly does, but as you well know, this is a guy that's used to taking a few chances, used to fitting it into tight windows. These are throws that he's made before. Didn't happen to get it completed in this case.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
He did a fine job there of not hitting it before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
On 2nd and 10, Fields. He's airing it out for Williams. They got his man complete. And they're going to get this down inside the 15. Quite a show of arm strength right there. That was in the air for a long time, and it was on target, too.
And he made that look effortless, didn't he? I mean, he's had a great game throwing the football. This is going to add to his yardage total in a big way. It's one thing to be accurate on your short and intermediate throws, but when you're hitting the bombs like those, look out.
And he takes us down to about the 12 for a gain of 3.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Here's Fields. Looking in zone, but it's incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time. And this offense on 3rd down today, a perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This is 3rd and 7. Throw right side, complete to Williams. Touchdown! Jamison Williams with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Lions have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. And now before we get to the extra point, remember all touchdowns do have to be confirmed by the replay official. So take away the touchdown. The officials rule he did not get the football to break the plane.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain there as he kept it himself at second down.
Oh, yeah, good surge defensively. Sometimes you can just tell by the way a quarterback lines his feet up behind center. He's going to try and sneak it in. And they catch him here and stop him for no gain.
They'll try and pound it in with Dillon. And this will result in him losing yardage. Back to the 3. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. From back at the 3 now. This is 3rd and goal.
Play action. It's Fields.
Sliding out of the... And in for the Lions. Touchdown.
Reggie Gilliam
from 3 yards out. And they are able to add on to their advantage. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And the lead now up to 14. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They trail early on the road in the playoffs. Not a great combination as they've got it 1st and 10. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30. They'll go again to Jones. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
The passing game's been working quite well so far, but the running game's been a little bit of a struggle, and that's a surprise to me. Typically, when you can throw it, you've opened up lanes for your runners.
From the gun, it's Rodgers. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. 1:57 to go in this first half on EA Sports. Now a first down carry by Jones. Able to corral him right at the midfield stripe following that sparkling display of footwork we saw. From midfield, here's Rodgers. Man open, here is Jones. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 23. A very solid gain of 27.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime. Throwing is Rodgers. His pass caught with the 4. Nice job defensively to hold him to 4, and now it's 2nd and goal. Now a timeout called for by the defense as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. 2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. They'll try and run it in with Jones. No gain on the play there. They're going to need to come up with something better here on 3rd and goal. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. Rodgers now on 3rd and goal. Touchdown, Packers. Robert Tonyan from 3 yards out. And the Packers get a late score here in the final minute of the first half. Extra point right down the middle. And they're within 7 now at 28-21. So the Packer kickoff team set to go as they will kick this one away. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And with a 7-point lead, they'll likely look to take this to the locker room and not really press the issue. And he's upended at the 33, following a good pickup of 8.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. What I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. Back to throw. Fields. Packer pressure, and down he goes. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack. So we come upon halftime here in this NFC wildcard matchup as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. So the Packer kickoff team set to go as they will kick this one away. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And they're in the position they expected to be in. They've got the lead, home crowd behind them, and they're looking toward making that next step in these playoffs.
And I think a key for them is to put together some good, long, extended drives. Work to run it a little more with that big offensive line. I'm not saying get away from throwing the football. That's still working. But they run it more effectively, they may get even bigger plays in the passing game.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Fields. And Shark calls it in. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Boy, 30 more yards and another 1st down. I guess that answers the question of whether or not they're going to try to play conservative and protect this lead in the 3rd quarter.
And I think this is something we're seeing more and more of in the NFL. Teams not playing to protect.
Open man, and he's got Williams. Touchdown, Lions. A great effort there with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon as his guys are able to extend their lead. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good, and the lead now up to 14. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And the opposition laid down the challenge and opening drive touchdown here to start the 2nd half. And, Charles, now you feel like this group needs to get an answer because this all of a sudden is a 2-score game.
Yeah, you're right about that. What was a small, manageable spread to overcome, a little bit more daunting now. I think you're exactly right. Pressure is on because you don't want them getting the ball back with a chance to really extend this lead out.
Dancing to his left. To the sideline. Wow, what a catch. Doesn't get a lot out of it, but he is able to keep the feet in bounds. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. To throw is Rodgers. And that is incomplete.
Let's face it, if you want to get back into the game, these are the kind of throws you got to hit. It's wide open right there. Got to be able to get it to him, don't you think?
And those are the throws that haven't been available to them every time he's dropped a pass. Yeah, that's a big miss. Rodgers going to go on 4th down. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Lions will get the football back in terrific field position. Dillon now on 1st and 10. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Brought down that time by Quay Walker. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. Again, it's Dillon. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
They had great starting position to begin the drive, but now they look up at a 3rd and 5. To throw is Fields. Trying to get it to Williams, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Eric Stokes. And the Packers are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 7. Their passing game has been spectacular this afternoon. Finally, a win for the defense.
You think maybe there was an adjustment there. Finally gained a measure of, I don't even know if you call it revenge, but got a play done against him, and that's been difficult for them all game long.
He's going to launch this deep for Watson. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And they're going to get this down to about the 37. So how about this for a change in field position? From inside the 10, here's first down on the other side of the field. Down at the 35, it'll be 2nd down.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
From the 35 on 2nd down, Rodgers. That's complete to Dobbs. And they're going to get this down inside the 20.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
And Rodgers intercepted a 3rd time. Picked by Kevin Byard. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. But, Charles, I know you appreciate seeing this great defense, especially with the heightened intensity of the postseason. These two defenses, they have risen to the occasion to force back-to-back interceptions.
You know me well, Brandon. I always stand with my fellow defenders. And I love watching them make plays, and you nailed it. It's playoff time. This is when it matters most.
Adrian Amos up to make the tackle. It's rare that a man his size can at least push forward for a yard, but they stopped him there for nothing.
You're talking about Tiny? You talking about the little guy back there? That monster. Yeah, you're exactly right. And it takes a group effort to get a guy like that down and not let him find some space. The first guy in, he's got to take one for the team, right? Because he's just waiting there and holding on for everyone else to help him out.
Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the 3rd quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly at the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
His 2nd catch of this wild card game, and it goes for a 1st down.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
He's got him in, complete, touchdown, Detroit. But look, this is a team, Charles, they faced adversity all year long. They had a fight and claw to win that division, but they're putting it all together here in the wild card game.
Feels like a statement, doesn't it? An absolute statement game, a message to the top seeds. Overlook us at your own peril. We're pretty darn good.
Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway.
As this offense takes the field against CD, remember last drive they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So you know they're riding high right now, and they're ready to challenge this offense and that quarterback one more time.
We'll see if the offense is up for that challenge here as things start to get more interesting here in the second half. He did an okay job of absorbing the hit, just couldn't secure the football through the catch.
And he was right there on the spot and forced the incompletion. That's something defenders work on all the time. If you're there, make the contact, but continue to work your way through the receiver so that you can't possess the football and turn it into a catch.
Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
I'm sure this isn't a novel thought, but maybe run some simpler routes instead of trying to get it all back in one shot. Defense certainly appears to be ready for him. Try and get it back little by little instead of in big chunks.
And he gets us to the 48, but no further. Well short of the line to gain. Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll be the call to the punt team as it's fourth down.
I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right, he's pretty much been completely neutralized.
Now, meanwhile, they go for it on fourth down, and my goodness, incomplete. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out, and that will force a turnover on downs. So first and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. Up the middle they run. Here's Dillon, and the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11.
With his size, it often takes more than one guy to get him down, but if you can at least slow him up and the reinforcements arrive, you have a chance to get him on the ground, and that they did that time for a loss.
On second down, another run for Dillon. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That'll wind up as a loss on the play, so now they're staring at a third down and 12.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
1 quarter remains in this NFC wildcard matchup. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. This offense so far on third down, they have been superb. 5 for 6 to this point. This is third down and 12. Off play action, Fields. They're trying to find Chark, but it's intercepted. And the Packers are going to take possession of the football. Oh, and I saw the pressure coming at him. That just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. After the sack, they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side of town. It's second and a country mile. Meanwhile, Rodgers' throw brought in by Watson. He'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A nice grab there for a guy coming off a terrific season, one that saw him have over 100 catches.
And when you have that many catches, that means you're a full part of the offense. And let's face it, he's been as good as anyone in the NFL this year. So figures, he's
touchdown, Packers. Christian Watson, 47 yards. And the Packers have got it back to a 2-score game here in the fourth. Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead will be cut down to 14. So the Packer kickoff team set to go as they will kick this one away.
Their catch made at the 25-yard line. The Lions take over first and 10 at their own
Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And they are looking good. A 2-score lead here in this fourth quarter as they hope to capture a spot in the divisional round next weekend. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. A 14-yard gain there as they look to improve this 14-point lead.
First and 10 at the 39-yard line.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They run again with Dillon. Calling no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. This defense starting to buckle down when they need to, and right now they're winning this fourth quarter, losing the game, but they're winning in the fourth quarter.
And what a fine line it is about what they're trying to get done, because they're down, so they obviously need the football, need a score, but they can't be so aggressive as to give up their edge, their gaps, and have the offense hit them with a big play.
He'll get this into the hands of Dillon, complete.
He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense, because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
On 3rd down, here's Dillon. And he gets this only to the 44-yard line. Not near enough to keep the drive alive. Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a 4th down.
It's 4th down.
Here comes the Lions punter now. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the 4th. And how about this, a fake? And this is caught, and the gamble pays off. They get the first. A big breakdown defensively there on the fake punt. Turns into a huge play and a 1st down. And I don't know what the method is to know when to dial up a fake punt, when not to. Whatever the method there, it worked for them.
I think you actually did explain it. There is no method. It's just a...
Look at this, middle of the field, a breakaway. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10.
So not a lineman, but the tight end instead this time, drawing the holding call.
And more what you're getting with tight ends are guys who are much more receiver than blocker. They may be willing, but that might not be their thing. Oftentimes, they'll be the ones getting the penalties.
This is Dillon on the counter.
Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL, and he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
Now an option play on 2nd down.
Touchdown, Detroit!
Justin Fields,
40 yards.
And the Lions continue to show why it pays to play at home in the postseason as they add on to their lead.
Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns in 21. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They are most likely staring at a cold end to their season here in this wild card round. Nothing has gone right so far, and they are... He's got a man, complete! And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line. Off the play fake to Jones. Here's Rodgers toward the left sideline, but it's incomplete.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he let him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Rodgers going down the middle, and it's complete. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. Now whistles here, flag down. I think one of the Packer linemen was moving. That false start knocks him back behind the 10 now as they'll try again, 1st and goal. Now Rodgers.
The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
On 2nd and goal, Rodgers. And he's got it. It's caught for a Packers touchdown.
Robert Tonyan,
A beast in the red zone with his 2nd touchdown of the game.
and the Packers are able to cut into that deficit.
Point after, right down the middle. And the lead will be cut down to 14. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. And his defense here going to burn their 2nd timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning.
On 2nd down, another run for Dillon.
And this is an absolutely big 3rd down that's been set up here, partner, and there's no other way to put it. The defense has to get a stop here if they have any hopes of winning this game.
Has to. You said big 3rd down. I'd put the word big in capital letters here. The offense on 3rd down, they've had good success, 5 for 8 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5. Now Fields. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete. Well, the other day they told us when we've got 3rd and 5 or less, we have to be able to convert. And I guess every team would say that, Charles, but an opportunity missed there.
What they were trying to tell us is they believe it's a matchup game at that point, and they liked some matchups that they had, thought they could exploit them, unable to do so on that play.
And this will pin him back deep. That's going to kick out of bounds right at about the 7-yard line. So well done there. And these punters, they get more specialized and better each and every year, don't they?
They sure do. And now it's really not the American punters. It's the Australian punters with their kicking academies and that flat drop and just kind of kicking the nose of the football. They're able to almost stop it where they want to, like a good golfer can check one up.
On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. He's got a man, complete.
And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line.
So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down.
Limited time left on the clock after that incompletion, so I think both sides are going to savor every second to prepare before the next snap. Because once the ball's in motion, it may be a non-stop push to finish this drive off. Everyone better be on the same page right now, because I think they're going to try and get several plays off in quick succession if they can.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Now it's Rodgers.
Over the middle here, it's hauled in by Watson.
A good-looking drive for the Packers so far. It's a 1st down. Into the red zone. It's Rodgers. And this is caught for a touchdown. So hang on now. Things just got a little bit more interesting here in the final minute. Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a 1-score game now. probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
And this will be covered up by the Lions, and that might just about seal the deal. Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical. Okay, I think we can safely agree. That's not a call you see very often on 1st and 10.
Ever.
Who
calls a
that?
first down sneak?
I guess the best we've probably seen is a first down quarterback draw.
Right.
Yeah, but not a sneak. But they did gain yards.
If they want a first, they need to get the football to the 32 here on 3rd down. They go down to a knee, and that will do it. They are moving on here in the playoffs.